Talk 100.3.
Welcome back into the final hour of Talk Breakfast on Talk 100.3. आज तो लग रहा है विवेक हमने शायद इसी टाइम पे लोगों को उठाया हो. बहुत सारे लोग घर से ही काम कर रहे हैं.
हाँ, घर से काम कर रहे हैं, नो प्रॉब्लम. बस आप बिग फैन टीवी ऐप डाउनलोड कीजिए और हमें सुनिए. या तो मोबाइल पे रेडियो होता है यार आजकल.
आजकल सब कुछ होता है.
यस, बस आप
रिस्क ज्यादा होता है.
रिस्क के बारे में हम बात करेंगे योगेश से. एंड योगेश इज फ्रॉम सेंचुरी फाइनेंशियल. इश्क है तो रिस्क है, ये सारी चीजें भी हम उनसे पूछेंगे. ऑल दिस आवर 10 से 11 के बीच. आपके पास कोई सवाल है आप हमें व्हाट्सएप कीजिए 0586861003 या फोन कर सकते हैं 0458170880. सुनते रहिए टॉक ब्रेकफास्ट ऑन टॉक 100.3.
That's right, and this is Stock Markets. It's powered by Century Financial. Sunday to Thursday, Aakhri Ghanta. That's what we talk about, and I'm sure you enjoy listening as well.
This is Talk Breakfast with Vivek Sunil and Sobia Khan on Talk 100.3.
Welcoming Yogesh, very much here. Yogesh, looks like you're in full work mode and not sure about your mood.
I'm in great mood, and especially that's because I start my morning with you guys, so that's
Yay.
amazing. Good morning. Thank you so much.
I was always sure of your great taste. Today it's 100.3% confirmed.
It's 100.3% confirmed, definitely. And I think, I'm definitely in a work mode since the last day and all.
या वो भी है, बट यू नो संडे को पूरा जो है मार्केट अराउंड द वर्ल्ड इज क्लोज्ड. हाउ डज योर संडे गो एट सेंचुरी फाइनेंशियल?
So normally what we do is it's one of those jobs where you have to be present all the time and take your time off in the middle of whatever you're doing. So somebody has rightly said that if you want to find a balance between your work life and professional life, work life and personal life, just don't have a personal life. try to
ये
find.
कौन है ये someone? I have to catch him. आपसे एक जनरल नॉलेज का क्वेश्चन.
Right.
वो कौन सी ऐसी चीज है जिसमें रिस्क नहीं है?
Everything has risk.
Everything has
रिस्क में भी रिस्क है.
Risk may be risk, and it's one of those things why I came up with this topic, because in the last session somebody asked about that I want to invest into something which is risk free, and this is a very common notion because everybody wants safety. They don't want to fly into that uncertainty which doesn't give them a confirmation, and that's a human tendency. What we don't realize that if we know, or if we are alarmed about what can happen with this particular set of investments or anything, the very impact of that can be taken really well, because we were already alarmed about it.
So you were prepared about it.
We were prepared about it. We were mentally available about it. We are making a space. We are making a plan for that. So today we're going to talk about, and there are a lot of risk when it relates to investment, and that means in different segments. Like if you invest into bonds, there are risks. If you do fixed deposits back home, there are risks. If you invest into stocks, there are risks. Real estate, there are risks. We cannot eliminate them. What we can do is mitigate them. So the whole point of KYR, what we came up with, that know your risk, is basically that how you can mitigate, you can reduce the very seriousness, very severity of that particular event by taking steps, which we are going to discuss. That's precisely why I'm here.
आपने गोल्ड का नाम नहीं लिया.
One of the most riskiest assets, I think, said unsaid, gold to hai risky. Anything we talk about commodities, there will be. So commodities, cryptos, stocks, bonds, anything and every asset class has a lot of risk. Even in commodities, we talk about gold, we talk about oil, we talk about agriculture-based commodities like rice, wheat, sugar. Everything you invest into the prices depend not just on demand and supply, but on the market movements also. Like oil is more of a geopolitical commodity now.
Correct.
It's,
So more risk, more returns?
That's the common understanding. But that doesn't mean that you take a lot of leverage and a lot of risk anticipating that. Because what happens is, this is a very common understanding, if I take more risk, I'll get more reward. But when you're saying that I'm taking more risk, you should be mentally prepared to understand that the magnitude of that risk is incredibly high. Yes, I mean, returns can be directly proportional or not. But the important thing which you should remember is the magnitude of risk. I think nobody really gets worried when you make a profit.
Exactly.
You get worried when you make a loss, and how to mitigate it is what we need to understand.
And what comes under this title mitigation? Like what all you guide people or your clients so they can at least control or get into minimum risk factor?
Exactly. So first, to understand what steps we have to take to mitigate the risk, we need to understand what risk we are facing. And so if I have to broadly classify two kinds of major risk, one is the systematic risk, something which is not in our control. Pandemic happened. You had stocks, you had great stocks perhaps, like the top companies, which could really make a lot of money. But pandemic happened and your portfolio is down. That's systematic risk, something which spreads into the market. The 2008 financial crisis, you couldn't control. And the impact of that, it brought down the entire stock market, not just US, but around the
Whole world, yeah.
Exactly.
Very-
Now, this is systematic risk. This is not something which you can just diversify in a different asset class in, because when stocks came down in the pandemic, most of the sectors came down. I mean, I know technology was something which picked up, but that was after. Initially, when the market started crashing, everything came down. So we have to understand that systematic risk is something which is not in our hands. It's something which we cannot even if we try to mitigate, it's very difficult. And that's what the market risk is all about. So when somebody says that I'm investing, and what is the risk? So first, foremost risk is the market risk. You can have that. Second is unsystematic. Now, unsystematic is something which is related to a very specific sector, segment, industry, or a company. That can be mitigated by diversifying, basically putting your money into different companies. Like today, if you put all your money into tech stocks, if something like how happened in 2001, the dot-com bubble happened, all the tech companies, it crashed.
Correct.
So basically, had you diversified during that time to a different sector, probably more defensive, something like FMCG or
infrastructure,
or
yeah.
commodities, for example, because commodities like gold or agro commodities have also outperformed a lot of times during recession. So that risk can be diversified. So one way you can actually mitigate the unsystematic risk is by diversifying, by putting your money into different industries, not just one segment. Never be very specific to one segment. Then followed by something what we call as credit risk. Now, credit risk, if you have invested in bonds, then your major risk is, so how bonds work is on a very individual level. We'll just take 2 minutes to explain this. If I give you a loan, I will charge you an interest, right? And you have to repay that money to me in a specific time period. Imagine a country actually taking loan from you.
Okay.
So when US government issues bonds, they say that, okay, we need, say, $1 billion. And we will take it from you guys, but since we are taking your money, we'll give you an interest over it.
Okay.
And after 5 years or 6 years, we'll give your money back as well. And that money which the government takes, they spend on infrastructures, bridges, generating more employment and everything.
And the guarantee is there, or?
So basically, what's the guarantee? Basically, US government telling you, and they're giving you a bond certificate is the guarantee. So that's why it is called a bond. It's a kind of promise which the government makes to you that we are going to give your money back. Now, that's what the government promises you. You check if it is US government, treasuries. If I ask you that, can US government go bankrupt? For you, it's a little difficult to process because you are thinking about US, pretty big.
It's a superpower.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So we always feel that, okay, much safer to invest into US government bonds. But if I ask you, can any corporate XYZ company, say Boeing or FedEx or take names, whatever, if they issue the bonds, is there a possibility of a credit risk? Which one is higher? It's always the corporate bonds. It's higher because it's a company versus country.
Correct.
Then within countries, we look at US versus Venezuela, for example. So Venezuela issued bonds and they actually went defaulted on their coupon payments or interest payments. That was because Venezuela suffered through hyperinflation, 90% of people living below poverty line. Like if you receive $1 in Venezuela, probably that person would just buy a food product because he knows that the value of that dollar is not going to be same in the evening.
Correct.
That's what hyperinflation. So the government defaulted on bonds. So that's the credit risk which me as an investor would face. In terms of stocks, if I buy a stock, something like what happened with Wirecard.
Okay.
Wirecard declared bankruptcy because there were repeated audits for them, and there was $3 billion which was supposed to be in a Philippines bank account, which was missing.
Okay.
And after numerous audits, it was actually found that they don't have that cash, which kind of sparked a lot of uncertainty. Stock came down, and eventually they filed for bankruptcy. Now, if you were holding Wirecard stocks, you'll be really surprised because it was a part of German 30 index, German 30 top 30
Top
blue
30,
chips.
wow.
Exactly. So that's the credit risk which you face in stocks. How you mitigate it? In terms of bonds, check the ratings of the bond you're investing in.
Okay.
One thing which you have to decide, so that's where your risk appetite decides. If you invest into a US bond, your interest rate is less, but certainty is higher because of the credit quality. But if you invest into a Greek bond or a Maldivian bond, the uncertainty is high, and
Correct.
the coupons are also higher.
returns bhi aapko-
Returns are also higher. So you have to decide it for yourself that which are you going it for. Plus, always check the rating of the bond. There are a lot of companies, S&P, Fitch, Moody's, which have their ratings issued. See the credit quality and then invest. Similarly, for the companies, always look into the valuations, look at their balance sheets, how much cash they have, free cash flow, how much it is, and consult with a consultant probably, which help you to mitigate credit risk. Yeah.
You know, moving on a little थोड़ा सा different way, risk जब भी होता है और जब भी हम financial चीजों में डालते हैं, orthodox thinking है, way of thinking to consult your astrologer before doing it. ये होता है, बहुत ही traditional approach होता है कि यार पंडित जी ये करूँ कि नहीं करूँ, मैं इसमें पैसे डालूँ या नहीं. This happens.
I'll tell you something very interesting related to it, which happens to us all the time. Whenever there is Diwali,
Okay.
I have investors just buying like few ounces of gold, like
अच्छा
Mahorat.
ऐसे ही, हाँ.
Yeah, Mahorat trading. something
During
like that.
Diwali, yeah, जब भी expensive होता है gold.
Yeah, but so
You
the
buy
whole
it.
point is, it's just something which
Superstitious.
brings good luck, or it's a Mahorat trading. I mean, it's a very popular concept everywhere. So I wouldn't completely deny it, but scientifically and as a consultant, absolutely deny it.
But this is so cool ना, ये you've heard about this, Sobhya?
No, I haven't.
कि पंडित जी से पूछते पहले
No, मैंने शादी का तो सुना है. But
बिजनेस स्टार्ट करने से पहले या ये सारी चीजें
Yeah,
बड़ी-बड़ी
I'm
चीजें
sure
okay.
a lot of people would do that.
नहीं, बिजनेस की डेट में लाइक आपने कोई किसी इनॉग्रेशन या वो
वो
रिबन
बड़ी-बड़ी
काटना.
चीजों में तो होता ही है.
Yeah, but
कहाँ
otherwise,
पे पैसे
even for
डालूं?
stocks and all that.
I still feel that we should always trust the numbers. Numbers don't lie.
Of course.
And that's the first thing to go. And then it depends on how what's your approach in life.
So is it different ke, reducing your risk and cutting your losses, are these two different things, concepts we're looking at?
So reducing your risk is just taking less leverage on your portfolio. Like if you have, like for example, what happened with the Credit Suisse and Artigo Capital. Credit Suisse gave too much leverage to a hedge fund. And that kind of exposed that particular hedge fund to a very high risk. And when the stock came down, margin calls came and they didn't have money to pay, which cost Credit Suisse around $5 billion of loss.
Wow.
Now, that is where you're aggressive at taking risk. So if you take less leverage, that means you're reducing your risk.
We will not. We will take a break. And we'll come back right after that. Sunte rahiye Talk Markets, powered by Century Financials in Talk Breakfast on Talk 100.3.
Talk Anil and Sobia Khan on Talk 100.3.
Welcome back after the break. We've got Yogesh in the house, and this is for Talk Markets. It's powered by Century Financials. Risk, and we are talking about more risk. लेकिन किसी ने जो फाइनेंशियल एडवाइजर है उसके रिस्क की तो बात ही नहीं की.
हाँ, मतलब वो तो
वो
सोच
कितना
समझ
risk है?
के ही आई एम श्योर इन्वेस्ट करते हैं, एंड यू नो ऑल द इन्स एंड आउट्स.
कैसे चूज करें फाइनेंशियल एडवाइजर?
So I will start with a very particular statement that investments in these markets subject to market risk, which is often invest.
और स्पीड, इनकी स्पीड बढ़ाएं व्हाट्सएप पे.
So, see, basically, no, we don't know everything. And I think that's the best part about life, that nobody knows a lot. But yes, we do a lot of research. So you asked that what I do on Sundays. So specifically what our team does on Saturdays and Sundays is
Research.
Yeah, you look the entire week, how it has been. Look into what's for the next week.
Predict a little
Yeah,
bit,
what
yeah.
are the news coming out? What are your positions and what steps you can take further? Basically, a journal, a plan to start your week.
So you check out all the financial publications से ही आप न्यूज़ निकालते हो, और you have some sources as well? अंदर कहीं कोपचे में पड़े है कोई ऐसा फोन करके बोलता है योगेश ये देखो ये जो है ना अभी मार्केट जो है इसके वजह से ऊपर जाएगा.
So even if I have that, I'm not going to talk about it. No, but no.
Generally,
Yeah.
people have table talk
Sources.
and discussion from this
Yeah.
same circle and all.
Yeah, I mean, a lot
It's
of people-
inevitable. It happens.
Yeah. So the only thing is, there will be a lot of people talking about a lot of things. So where we step in is to kind of eliminate that noise. So we were talking, I mean, completely different topic, but I discussed a little bit about behavioral biases.
Okay.
Herd mentality. Herd mentality is that you listen a few things, buy, and then
you buy.
You end
Yeah,
up buying.
yeah.
So that is something which is more of a bias rather than looking for an insider's tip or something. A rational investor would evaluate and see that what's the rationale behind buying this company.
Correct.
If I'm buying Apple or if I'm buying Facebook, there should be a reason behind why I'm buying it. Either it is good financials or good technicals, or I'm using the product, or something great is going to happen, or anything. You need to have a reason for doing it, not just because the person next to you, is someone who said something and you just follow it.
Correct. And also you follow that person, the one who is leading the company, the organization. You follow him enough to know कि भाई इसका next step क्या होगा, and he's going to expand and innovate so much that the company is not going to come down anytime soon.
Yeah, that should be one of those approaches, right? Like we discussed a lot about Zomato IPOs. Then we started talking about, what is their competition? What's going to be the next step?
Correct.
So these
But
kind of things, yeah.
Also, one more thing I wanted to ask you, since Zomato ka aaya, I mean, the company is going under losses as well, and the moment they put it up and it becomes a blockbuster hit,
Yeah.
People know कि losses भी है इस company में, and
course,
they've raised
it's-
so much of
yeah.
capital. So investing again, and then कि they'll wait for funding to happen. So how do you go about evaluating that and minimizing your risk?
Yeah, I mean, excellent question actually. And so one thing which you have to see is, not every company we should evaluate it in a very traditional or a conventional way.
Okay.
Something, if it's a new setup, but it's a promising one. Like there are a lot of companies, if you see the compounded annual growth for the next years or revenue projections for the next year, it is a negative.
अच्छा.
But they are still very promising investments. Why? Because let's say this is a pharma company which has a lot of around 8 or 10 immunotherapy related clinical trials with FDA.
Okay.
And if one of them gets approved,
then तो yeah.
it is going to open a revenue stream of say $5 to $20 billion.
Absolutely.
Right.
Yeah.
So sometimes you look at a company in a more unconventional way. Just try to understand the future of the business. Like companies related to DNA sequencing, something which has taken up, has been catching up a lot. Studying the genes to evaluate the medical condition of a person.
Correct.
So those kind of sectors which are still emerging, you don't evaluate them in the similar way, because these are companies which are small now, but if something
They
works out for
will,
them,
yeah.
I mean, it's a major risk again. So the point I should point it out at, it's a major risk to invest into such companies, but then if it works out, then it's rewarding enough.
In fact, Google bhi, if you see that, they've come up with these technology जहाँ पे कुछ I think device से ना पता चल जाता है कि आपको heart attack कौन सी उम्र में आएगा. ये सारी चीजें वो predict करने लग गए हैं, and of course, so it has to be approved, but they're coming up with these,
So it's a very common thing now that companies also diversifying into different segments.
Yeah.
Imagine if Amazon was just a e-commerce segment,
तो
not cloud.
innovate
or,
ही नहीं हो रहा है.
Yeah, now Amazon has not only their around 12 to 15% revenue comes from the cloud services, the web services, the web hosting which they have. Then there is video streaming. Then there is grocery sale. Then there is e-commerce.
And
So-
now space.
Yeah, I mean, fortunately, let's see what's going to
goes,
work with
yeah,
that.
yeah.
Same with Apple. It's not just an iPhone
Mobile
making company anymore.
or electronics.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So every company is also diversifying into segments because they understand the risk on their own level. That if we do not diversify, if we do not adapt to a separate segment which is completely different from our existing model, we wouldn't survive. So that is one of those things which diversification brings to us.
And
in terms of-
because they have a support of course, so many investors and so much of funding happening, इसके वजह से they are able to branch out to different sectors as well,
So
right?
that's one thing, right? Rising interest of the venture capitalist. A lot of startups easy to invest through SPACs, what we talked about in the last session. So yes, I mean there is a lot of angel investors and people who would want to fund into these kind of organizations.
We'll quickly take a traffic update break और देखते हैं विवेक के आज बार कितनी क्लियर रोड्स हैं. पहले हम देखते थे कितना जैम है, आज देखेंगे कितना क्लियर रोड्स हैं in Talk Travel. So let's check that out.
Talk 100.3 Traffic.
So, हर घंटे ट्रैफिक न्यूज़ आपको देते हैं, अपडेट्स आपको देते हैं. अबू धाबी में एज यूजुअल मुसफ़ा पे ही ऐसा लग रहा है कि सब काम कर रहे हैं. अदर देन दैट थोड़ा बहुत अल्मीना स्ट्रीट पे आपको मिल सकता है ट्रैफिक. बाकी सब कुछ क्लियर है, एकदम क्लियर सूप की तरह. ऑल्सो शेख मोहम्मद बिन जायद रोड पे भी आपको क्लियर ट्रैफिक मिलेगा. हल्का सा मोहसना के वहाँ पे. इतिहाद तो क्लियर है. आज सादिक लेके आओगे तो 20 मिनट में पहुंच जाओगे आप शारजा से सीधा मीडिया सिटी. Other than that, everything looks pretty okay. Anything unusual? या कोई सवाल है आपके पास योगेश के लिए about your risk in investment, about anything related to savings or bonds या stocks, कुछ भी पूछना आप पूछ सकते हैं. 0586861003.
Waking you up to the UAE's conversation. Talk Breakfast with Vivek Sunil and Sobia Khan on Talk 100.3.
Thank you very much, Vivek, for the traffic update. And now continuing, once again, welcoming Yogesh जो आते हैं Century Financial से. टॉक मार्केट्स में आज बहुत ही इंटरेस्टिंग टॉपिक लेकर आए हैं, दैट इज रिस्क. रिस्क तो वैसे हर चीज में है, जैसा शुरू में ही उन्होंने कहा, लेकिन उसको कितना मिनिमाइज कर सकते हैं. दिस इज व्हाट वी आर डिस्कसिंग. वेरी इंटरेस्टिंग. अच्छा टाइम जल्दी जल्दी गुजरता है और गुजर भी रहा है, तो आगे बढ़ेंगे.
एंड आपसे जानना चाहेंगे योगेश, आप जब सोशल मीडिया पे हमें टैग करते, कौन बनाता है ये फोटोज? बहुत ही अच्छे फोटोज है यार, एकदम सूट पे हो आप, हो सेंचुरी फाइनेंशियल का फोटो आ रहा है. सो प्रोफेशनल. हु डज दिस इन योर टीम?
So that's where I take the credit for all of this.
Oh,
It's completely no, it's not.
Your team
I have a
does
great digital marketing team who's taking care of a lot of such things. They, if you go to Sheikh Zayed Road right now, you will see a
big hoarding, yeah?
hoarding of Century Financial, and
Wow.
that is the result of a lot of hard work. We have completely transformed our marketing since I think 2016 or 17.
Wow.
And it's been going on really well. We have doubled the seminars, the webinars, the interviews, and I think there's a lot more awareness
Which is gone,
which has been created through the marketing team. So each and everything which you see on my social media or anyone else's related to Century is dedicated to an excellent digital marketing team. They have done an exceptional job.
I think Yogesh, it goes hand in hand. आप सोचिए आपकी मार्केटिंग टीम या डिजिटल टीम जो है वो इतनी अच्छी हो, लेकिन सामने से जो है वो इतना कुछ ज्यादा प्रोफेशनलिज्म नहीं आ रहा हो, तो ये दोनों तरफ जो है एनर्जी बराबर है.
Yes.
It's a teamwork, but
Yeah.
Me being an individual, I would always dedicate everything what they have done. I think it's a very commendable job.
And investing and everything also does require a lot of teamwork, I guess.
It does. I mean, there is a research department which backtest very exhaustive data, and research is not an easy job. Anyone who understands,
Correct.
like I sometimes we get these interns from schools and colleges, and they would just want to understand. I asked one person that, okay, what do you want to be? What do you want it to be when you were growing up? I was passionate about being a financial analyst.
Oh, very nice.
I'm like, you cannot be passionate about being a financial analyst. When you're 12 or 13, you are passionate about being, anyone but financial
probably
analyst.
cricketer or yeah.
Maybe people love the idea of financial analyst through these movies and web series, but that's not the real thing.
Okay.
The reality is on a Sunday you are sitting on your system just trying to make sense of whatever comes to you and hope that you are not wrong.
Yeah.
Right?
I mean, you have so much of responsibility as an advisor.
It is.
Perhaps at that age, it will change. I think you wanted to be somebody when you were at that age.
I wanted to be a lot of things. That's the reason why I read a lot of books in different ways.
So after that you keep changing. That today he might be saying financial analyst, or later on might end up being a cricketer or somebody.
You never know.
Yeah.
So
You never
the
know.
whole point is it's about your interest. How
And
much
take the
you want
risk.
to. Yeah, you take the risk. Right. Like one of those things. Completely uncertain. Like moving back to the markets, there is one thing which we have seen of lately: meme stocks.
Yes.
That's one of the biggest risk which has emerged in the modern world. And
Because it's ever changing, right?
Yeah, because meme stock is all about celebrities ruining things for you. It could be Donald Trump tweeting in and out for 4 years and creating trade
बैन
wars.
हो गया वो खत्म.
Yeah, but if you see how much it affected the markets.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah.
Like
Wow.
if you go to century.ae and download an issue of the magazine Off the Wall, which we started, we covered a specific segment from 2018 till the entire year that how Donald Trump's tweet actually affected the movement of Dow Jones, the US stock market index.
Oh, so you manipulated it with the
lot
tweets.
of tweets. Due to those tweets, the markets moved.
ऊपर नीचे ऊपर
Yeah.
नीचे. Yeah.
So this is something, again, manipulation, no manipulation, that's a different thing.
Okay.
But just being like tweeting about like Kylie Jenner, for example.
हाँ.
Kylie Jenner in 2000, about like Kylie Jenner, for example.
हाँ.
Kylie Jenner in 2018, Snapchat changed its design, and Kylie Jenner was somewhat not happy about it.
तो उसने कर
So
दिया.
she tweeted that
Snapchat का रेट गिर गया.
and Snapchat stock came down. $1.8 billion
I remember
dropped,
that,
by the way.
yeah.
And it took them a year to recover to the pre-tweet levels.
Even रोनाल्डो को देख लो ना यार.
Yeah, I mean, he just removed the bottle of Coca-Cola and Coca-Cola lost $4 billion.
Yeah.
This is the new risk which you are facing because there is so much influence of the celebrities. Tomorrow, Vivek, if you tweet something about a company,
And there are chances, there are possibilities that people at least won't,
Yeah.
go ahead and buy that product for all we
you
know.
skip the part when I said if you tweet about a company, the
Company.
price of that stock might fall down or raise up because you're a
Yeah.
celebrity, right?
अच्छा.
So,
Thank you for giving me so much value.
Yes,
You can
why
follow
not?
me on Twitter. My Twitter handle is
Yes, what is your Twitter handle?
yeah, what's your Twitter handle?
हर सोशल मीडिया पे मेरा हैंडल है RJ Vicky S Dubai.
अच्छा
विवेक सनल भी है, वो भी आप ढूंढ सकते हो, मैं मिल
अच्छा
जाऊंगा.
वो ढूंढ अब कौन ढूंढे
ढूंढो नहीं तो आपको सजेशन में आ जाएगा. आप
Yeah,
सोबिया
it will
खान को
definitely.
फॉलो करो.
Yeah.
जैसे सोबिया खान को फॉलो करोगे सजेशन में आ जाएगा विवेक
Absolutely.
सनल. वहाँ पे आप
Absolutely.
ये बहुत ही आपने अच्छा टिप दिया जो फ्लॉप है सुपर फ्लॉप
we talk about risk and so many things. Yes, हो गया.
यस हमें किसी ने वॉइस नोट भेजा है बट नॉट बी एबल टू प्ले
क्योंकि पता नहीं क्या रिस्क है, इसमें भी कितना बड़ा रिस्क है.
हर चीज में रिस्क है
Yeah.
and but otherwise you can send us your questions if any 0586861003 और जब हमारी नजर पड़ेगी तो आपका सवाल हम आगे ले आएंगे. अगर इंस्टेंट आपको जवाब चाहिए तो कॉल कीजिए ऑन 0458170880. हम बिजनेस में रिस्क की बात कर रहे हैं और पता ही नहीं चला आधा घंटा गुजर गया तकरीबन. another 28 minutes left there, so we will quickly take you towards BBC Minute और उसके बाद फिर से वापसी.
The UAE's conversation starts here. Talk Breakfast with Vivek Sunil and Sobia Khan on Talk 100.3.
Welcome back after the break and we are continuing with Talk Markets. It's powered by Century Financial. योगेश हमारे साथ हैं और हमारे लिसनर भी जिन्होंने हमें वॉइस नोट भेजा है. मेरे ख्याल से इनका वॉइस नोट हम चेक करते हैं.
हमने रिस्क मैनेजमेंट कर लिया है, हमने मिटिगेट कर लिया है, इसमें कोई रिस्क नहीं है और
यस
सुनते
ये
हैं.
रिस्क फ्री है और आइए इसे
good
सुनते
morning.
हैं.
मैं योगेश सर से एक सवाल पूछना चाह रहा था कि इंडियन मार्केट जो स्टॉक मार्केट है अभी लाइफ टाइम हाई पे है और जब 2008 में भी जब ये हाई पे गया था तब कंटिन्यू एक साल तक वापस से नीचे गया था ये. तो क्या यहाँ से ये वापस कंटिन्यू एक साल या 6 महीने तक नीचे जा सकता है? और क्योंकि ऑलरेडी सब चीज़ें पीक पे हैं और कुछ ऐसे सेक्टर हैं जो अनवांटेड बूमिंग है. जैसे सपोज PVR का शेयर है, सिनेमा में हॉल में पिक्चर चल नहीं रही लेकिन शेयर बढ़ता जा रहा है. IRTC इंडियन रेलवे का शेयर जिसकी बहुत सारी गाड़ियां बंद हैं, जिसकी बहुत सारी ट्रेनें बंद हैं, वो फिर भी उसका शेयर बढ़ते ही चले जा रहा है क्योंकि कुछ लोग मैनिपुलेट करके उसको बढ़ाते जा रहे हैं. तो इस कंडीशन में क्या मार्केट में इन्वेस्टमेंट करना या म्यूचुअल फंड या SIP यहाँ से या फिर वेट करना चाहिए 6 महीने तक की जब तक कि यहाँ से मार्केट कोई 20-25% करेक्शन नहीं आ जाए?
थैंक यू सो मच. आपने ये सवाल पूछा एंड मेरे ख्याल से बिजनेस अपडेट के बाद विवेक इनके सवाल का योगेश जवाब दे पाएंगे. वील टेक यू टुवर्ड्स बिजनेस अपडेट और उसके बाद फिर से मिलते हैं इन टॉक मार्केट्स ब्रॉट टू यू बाय सेंचुरी फाइनेंशियल.
Talk 100.3 Business.
सो हर घंटे आपको बिजनेस न्यूज देते हैं. मूविंग ऑन विद दिस आवर, इम्पॉसिबल फूड्स प्लान कर रहे हैं टू ऐड अनदर मीट सब्स्टिट्यूट टू इट्स रोस्टर, प्लांट बेस्ड चिकन नगेट्स. कंपनी अनवील करेंगे द प्रोडक्ट टू US ऑपरेटर्स एट अ ट्रेड शो नेक्स्ट वीक. सो लास्ट डेकेड में देखा गया है कि चिकन जो है हैज ओवरटेकन बीफ एज अमेरिकाज टॉप मीट चॉइस, मेकिंग इट अ टारगेट for companies that are looking to replace or reduce consumption of animal meat. To mimic the taste and texture of chicken, Impossible Nugget जो है उनकी रेसिपी इंक्लूड करती है soy protein and sunflower oil, ऐसे ब्लूमबर्ग ने रिपोर्ट किया. However, it doesn't include the use of heme, which is produced from genetically modified yeast. अब ये जो नए nuggets है and their potential global reach could make Impossible Foods more attractive to investors. Reuters ने रिपोर्ट किया था in April में that the company is preparing to go public sometime in the next 12 months through an initial public offering or a merger with a special purpose acquisition company or SPAC. Impossible is reportedly seeking a valuation of at least $10 billion. And to date, Impossible has raised $1.5 billion from private investors. इसके अलावा Minister of State for Parliamentary Affairs Ali Mohammed Khan ने इन्फॉर्म किया सेनेट को, the upper house, that Pakistan received $1.7 billion foreign exchange through RDA as of July 12. Roshan digital accounts काफी पॉपुलर हुए हैं among overseas Pakistanis since its launch by the Prime Minister of Pakistan Imran Khan on September 10, 2020. It received a record $310 million in monthly deposits and $233 million in Naya Pakistan certificates through Roshan digital accounts in June. सुनते रहिए टॉक ब्रेकफास्ट. हमारे साथ योगेश खेरजानी फ्रॉम सेंचुरी फाइनेंशियल. गुड मॉर्निंग.
Waking you up to the UAE's conversation. Talk Breakfast with Vivek Sunil and Sobia Khan on Talk 100.3.
Thank you very much, Vivek, for the business update. And now the answer we all have been looking forward to.
Yes, जो सवाल इन्होंने पूछा था.
So, an excellent question, first of all, because this is a very common investor question that there is so much of uncertainty, and he very nicely put it into that you're not going to the movies and PVR stock
उसका
still
भी
continues
बढ़
to
रहा
fall.
है, yeah.
So one thing which we have to understand about stock markets is the investor sentiment. Stock markets have always been more of a future-looking or forward-looking thing. Right now, if people are just looking for optimism, the results, the earning results for the quarter have been good as compared to the year before. So that's one positive sign.
Okay.
Second thing is not a nation-wise lockdown. India is not doing a lockdown. Cases are reducing, and mostly it's about investor sentiment being positive for the future.
Correct.
So if you see the GDP numbers, now it is expected that once things are okay, perhaps in the next 3 to 4 years, GDP of India might grow from 7 to 8%. That's for the next few years. Now, a common investor mentality is, okay, what if I invest now? And once so if it is like this right now, what happens when there is a mass vaccination rollout and things start getting better?
Correct.
Where the Sensex is going to be, or what happens when the actual everything sorts out in the next 3-4 years when the growth starts picking up. So most of the time, investors, they look stock markets as more of a futuristic thing.
Futuristic approach.
So that's why,
yeah,
so perhaps exactly. So perhaps why they would be buying now. They are not looking at what's happening right now. They are basically expecting these few good
by
news.
year end, yeah.
So you look at banks right now in India. The banks have not shown any kind of asset quality crisis. Something like it's not reflecting that the banks are suffering
because
at the
they're
moment.
not giving holiday payments to people. ये तो हो रहा है यार मेरे साथ भी. If they give, then थोड़ा बहुत asset गिरे.
And you should definitely run this by. But yeah, so definitely what you see in India is the banks are not showing any major signs of a quality crisis or anything.
And they have reduced the interest rates as well. Yeah.
So basically the idea is why stocks would go up is looking at the future optimism, and the absence of a nation-wide lockdown is actually stimulating this.
Correct.
But the other part of the question is the most important thing, that okay, what should I do as a retail investor? Should I go through mutual funds or SIPs? So there is something called a dollar cost averaging.
Okay.
The risk is that if you don't invest now and if the stock goes higher, you miss that opportunity.
Correct.
Right.
Correct.
So everybody keeps thinking what I should do. Now, if you want to invest, say $100,000 in any stock, divided by 3, invest say $35,000 now,
Okay.
and see where it goes.
Okay.
If there's a correction of say 8-10%, market comes down, do the second tranche.
Okay.
If it comes
Even
down,
if it comes down. Yeah.
if it comes down, looking at not that with $1 or $2, but once there is a correction. So a lot of times when a market corrects, then buyers enter, institutions enter, and then again it goes up.
And there's a flood of investors
Exactly.
coming in.
So
yeah.
you have to make you have to understand that yes, it's never going to be always up, but then waiting for the right time to enter is something. So through SIPs, for example, systematic investment plans, where you every month, keep injecting some of the money, and
Correct.
so you can do that actually. I mean, better to be in the market to be away from the market. So be in the market, but don't exhaust all your savings at once.
अच्छा एक साथ ही मत डाल दो.
Yeah,
आस्ते,
like if
आस्ते,
you
आस्ते, आस्ते.
like if you have a target, I'm going to put $100,000 in this stock.
So
Start
divide
with
by
30.
three.
Huh.
Okay.
Start with 30 and see if it goes up, then at least you made some money. If it comes down, then you get a wonderful price to enter into. Again, I'm talking about the quality stocks, not with any company, or again, you have to do proper evaluation before you invest into it. So yeah, I mean, excellent question. This is something which you should definitely go for.
Really nice. यार अगर आपके पास और सवाल है तो आप हमें WhatsApp कर सकते हैं 0586861003.
Also, you can call us for instant answering your questions 0458170880. ज़्यादा टाइम नहीं रह गया. And विवेक, आपको पता था कि प्रणव की बर्थडे है?
आज I missed it. Happy birthday, Pranav.
Very happy birthday to you, Pranav. Wishing you a fantastic year ahead. आपका साल तो 18 जुलाई से स्टार्ट होता है और आज वैसे इंडिया और श्रीलंका का वनडे भी है.
और वो 18 साल के हुए आज, प्रणव.
होने वाले हैं.
हम चाइल्ड लेबर तो नहीं करा रहे थे आज.
Wishing you a great year ahead and loads of celebrations lined up for you, I'm sure. Some lovely gifts. उम्मीद है कि और फिर जब आप वापस आएं तो फिर केक भी जरूर लेते आइए.
Oh yes, and I think we're moving on to travel update as well.
That's right. So we'll catch you on the other side of it. Like we said, if there's any business related question on your mind, risk related, do reach us on the numbers that we have mentioned. Good morning to you and thank you for tuning in. Talk 100.3.
Talk Breakfast with Vivek Sunil and Sobia Khan on Talk 100.3.
Welcome back after the break, continuing with Talk Breakfast on Talk 100.3. Sobia Khan, Vivek Sanil and Yogesh still in the house, but another 11 minutes. और अब हमारे listeners के messages भी. जी विवेक.
Oh, only 11 minutes to go. यार हमेशा ऐसा क्यों लगता है मुझे? योगेश, आप 2 घंटे के लिए क्यों नहीं आते हमारे स्टूडियो?
आप लोग 1 घंटे मुझे बहुत मुश्किल से झेल पाएंगे. 2 hours is too much.
नहीं यार, ऐसा नहीं है. बट यार
अगर ऐसा होता तो लोग आपको मैसेजेस नहीं करते. योगेश,
क्या सवाल आ रहे
हैं? ये
हैं?
हमें नहीं आ रहे, ये आपको आ रहे हैं.
सवाल पूछते हैं.
जी. So tech stocks index, they are rallying from last 2 to 3 years. If I want to minimize my risk, any suggestions? ये देव पूछ रहे हैं.
Right. So when we look at tech, it is definitely one of those things we cannot be away from.
Okay.
So I'm sure every investor at this point of time is invested into technology because that's one segment which really picked up during the pandemic. Rightly said, if your entire so with this question we can highlight something called as concentration risk.
Okay.
That when you concentrate on only one specific segment, and then when segment something happens in that industry, you face the losses. So to avoid that concentration risk, most importantly, change your sector.
Okay.
Not just industry-based sector, probably diversifying on a geographical base also.
Okay.
So what happens is, okay, if this is technology, and even if you still want to be into US, you can switch to something less volatile like energy stocks, for example.
Okay.
Or defensive sector. Defensive sector is one of those sectors, even during recession, you're still going to buy a toothpaste.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So those defensive sectors, and these sectors, they are less volatile and they are dividend yielding, which
Yes.
means you get a quarterly dividend, given everything is okay with the company and they're not cutting down on that. You get a quarterly dividend, and there are a lot of such US companies. There is Gilead Sciences, there is Coca-Cola, there is ExxonMobil, Chevron. So energy-based companies, companies which are related to defensive sectors, utilities, this is something which can provide you a decent dividend. So what you do is, if you are a conservative investor and don't want to be overexposed to technology, just diversify a bit into defensive sectors, FMCGs, something which gives you good dividend and less volatility. There are a lot of such stocks which you can
तो
always
यहाँ
find.
तो risk मतलब zero ही हो गया almost, if you can think of.
Never be zero. It will never be zero.
Okay, 0.0.
I know you want to hear it from me, but I'm never going to
Because
say it.
इतना
Yeah.
अगर safety खेलना है और you know that, then तो you have.
See, there is always a way to do it right. So that's why when people start saying that it's addictive, it's addictive because you want to make it addictive. Either way, you can play it safer, less riskier. So what you can do is, if you're overexposed to tech, you can diversify into these companies which
So
are.
वहाँ पे जहाँ पे रिस्क ज्यादा है वहाँ पे ये हो गया लेवल आउट हो गया.
Yeah, it's value versus growth.
Correct.
Basically, what happens, it's value versus growth. Growth are these tech stocks, and value are like the ones which gives you dividend. So choose nicely. Even now, should point it out with the interest rate risk, which is another one, that if Fed increases the interest rates,
Inflation.
yeah, that makes tech stocks less valuable because tech stocks are growth.
Okay.
It is expected that why people buy growth stocks, because it is expected that they will receive a certain future cash flow in the future. And if interest rates goes up, that kind of makes that future cash flow questionable whether it's a good investment now or not.
Okay.
So a lot of people, when the Fed talks about raising the interest rate, switch from growth stocks to value stocks. That's why if you see last month in June, we saw a drop in the tech shares because a lot of news was about rising inflation and then rising interest rates sooner than expected. So that's where you can choose between tech and value and create a portfolio which is a mixture of that.
I think we must add this next question जो शुभम ने पूछा है और वो कह रहे हैं can you please suggest me some stocks which are less volatile
And less risky.
Yeah, so I think basically what we talked about, the value stocks, like we talk about Coca-Cola, you talk about Gilead Sciences, Exxon Mobil's, Paul Green, and there are a lot of such dividend companies, a lot of companies which are giving you a very good dividend. Annaly Capital Management, for example, a lot of their, it's a real estate company, and majority of their holdings are government based.
Okay.
So those kind of companies, it will be less adventurous and exciting for your portfolio. It's not going to be thrilling, but yes, I mean it's much
Steady
safer.
आपको मिलते रहेगा.
Something which is not really volatile. It's boring for you, but then you need that kind of boredom in your life at times.
वो भी है, but someone like me who's probably little young and
little young
No, you're absolutely young.
yeah, I mean we would probably want to get some adventure out of investing and
Yeah, so like
ऐसा नहीं कि पूरा का पूरा saving डाल दिया. I
No,
mean you have
absolutely not.
certain chunk which you want to invest in.
So a class of investors, like if I'm talking to a 70-year-old, I would never advise him to put money into tech stocks.
What if he's adventurous?
If he's adventurous, then he can
Why
take that
not?
decision.
Yeah.
Then he can take that decision for
Yeah,
himself.
yeah,
But
yeah.
if he asks me that, okay, I'm 70-year-old, I'm retired, I don't have any other source of income, but
Correct.
I have my savings.
Correct.
Okay, you put money into bonds then, and especially government bonds, not even corporate, because that is at least much more safer than the corporate bonds. You are trusting a government, not a specific company. But similarly, if there is a 30-year-old who is already working like you, so
see he wanted to say that
Yes.
to you
10 साल कम किया आपने. Thank you.
no, touch wood, you look really young and good. So if there is someone who's 30-year-old, probably is working, has a regular income flow, then he should focus, or he or she should focus on increasing on a growth stocks, on a growth portfolio.
Correct.
But that also in a way where the portfolio is carefully diversified between value and growth, given what how the time period is. at the
Because of
moment,
course
yeah.
I know patience तो होता नहीं है, and you want to get that quick money, and
Yeah, I'm
if you
absolutely-
understand a lot of things, of course you can go forward, but always important to keep a balance
Yeah.
between value and growth.
We should, no matter what age group we are, but it is never a good way to exhaust all your savings into one, probably say cryptos, for example.
Yeah.
I mean, that's not, you always take a very calculated risk. Don't take a risk which you cannot calculate.
Correct.
I know it might give everybody a rush, a thrill to, trade and speculate, but do not take a risk which you cannot calculate.
Correct.
If you cannot calculate your losses, you forget thinking about profits completely. You first and foremost thing you do is calculate a loss when you enter into any investment. You might call this pessimism, but as my father neatly puts it, you need to have practicality and you have to understand
You
there
have
has
to
to
be
be a plan B.
realistic,
You have to be realistic. So yeah, that is something which we should look
I think
into.
that is the line of today's talk markets, that don't take risk that you cannot calculate.
Yes, I mean, yeah, what a brilliant line. And the way Yogesh has put this across, it has, I think, given a lot of clarity for investors, be it of any age group. सबसे बड़ा तो यही clarity मिला है, which is great. And before we end, I think एक दो सवाल है. Quickly, let's try to finish it. Political risk भी होता है. government's changing, policies changing. How do you calculate that now?
Just see it in a major way. Like there are two ways to see it. One, what happened between 2018 to 2020, 2016 to 2020. Trump imposed a lot of trade tariffs, especially on China. Now imagine a company which is based in US like Qualcomm. Qualcomm gets 60% of their revenue from China. Now, if you're invested, now you're thinking that I don't have to deal with China. I'm invested into a US company. But that company is getting 60% of their profit from China. So if Trump tweeted something and put a tariff on China, then that stock suffers. Similarly, if you see in a very different way, change of government, the political structure. Like when Donald Trump was there, people would invest into energy stocks more because it was a Republican stand to, okay, there will be more fracking of oil and everything, massive production. But when Joe Biden became the president, there are a lot of focus on clean energy, renewables. So even with the changing governments, your asset classes will change because those are some things. There are few sectors which both the presidents would like, but then there are few sectors which both presidents are completely opposite to, and energy and renewables is one of those things. So yeah, I mean there is a major political risk when you see it because country-wise. So and the way how you mitigate is just invest into different countries through ETFs in different ways. And take care of the currency risk also, the foreign exchange risk.
हाँ, वो भी change होते हैं. And that's when crypto comes in, right?
You want crypto in, but no. So basically, just imagine like if you bought a German stock, right? And that time euro was going well. But after 2 years, even the stock has gone up, but euro has come down a lot.
बराबर.
So when you convert it, basically your
same amount हो गया.
Something what happened in 2018. The INR depreciated a lot. So even mutual funds could have generated 8%, but the currency depreciated by more than 8%.
बराबर. What's the point?
Yeah. So that's where how you mitigate a currency risk is you at least hedge. So you need to understand that if you have take a higher position in euros, just try to hedge euros using some platform if the position is too high.
Okay.
Which can be done with the help of consultants. If you're overexposed, first thing is never be overexposed to one specific currency. But if you are, then make sure that you know that
there is a way to
Currency की बात हुई है. Before we wind up, wrap up, we'll quickly remind you 1 dirham Indian rupee के मुकाबले में 20.16, Pakistani rupee 42.75, Bangladeshi taka 22.32, Sri Lankan rupee 55.10, Nepalese rupee 30.91, Egyptian pound 4.22, and Philippine peso 13.43.
और इसी के
So
साथ
weekend starts.
Yes, lamba weekend starts. We're very, very happy. We will see you on Sunday now.
Yes, the show ends here. That's a wrap up, Yogesh. Have a fantastic holiday season. Be safe. Whatever you plan, 35 books. And you and the books and you. So, yeah, good luck for that.
Thank you so much, guys. You guys have a great weekend. Everyone, all the listeners, enjoy.
Eid Mubarak.
Eid Mubarak to all of you. And read more, invest more, but be safe.
Yes, be safe, stay safe, whatever you do, less risk. But yes, that's inevitable at the same time. Thank you, everybody. Of course, birthday boy today, Pranav Prasanna. Very happy birthday to you. Have a great, great year ahead, Pranav. And of course, Lachlan Kitch, this is our Talk Breakfast team. My lovely co-host, Vivek Sunil. Have a fantastic and safe holiday season with your family and friends. So you guys too, thank you so much keeping us company. अब आपसे Sunday मुलाकात होगी next Sunday, 7 a.m. sharp. भूलिएगा नहीं. अपना ख्याल रखिए. आसपास सबका. I'm from Sobia Khan. Eid Mubarak and Allah Nigiban.